my God. Hi, everybody. I'm completely blown away by Roz and Michael. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you like that music. I hope you know what that was. Because, yes, we did start a revolution, and we did it together, and I'm going to tell you about it. So I know it's the end of the night. You want to get home and see the debate, but that's why you all have DVRs, so I hope you'll hang in for a few more minutes. I want to thank Michael and Roz for that introduction. It was beyond what I could have imagined. I'm really grateful and deeply touched. No one has done more to change the landscape for LGBTQ seniors than Michael Adams. And I'm so proud of my friends. Yeah, Michael. And I am so proud of my dear friend Roz and my dear friend David Cantor, who are doing an incredible job as the co-chairs of the board and just re-up for another year. So thanks to them and congratulations to them. Congratulations to Lilium. Your work has made a profound difference in the lives of older people in New York City. And congratulations to Sally Sussman, and I loved her comment. I do remember that little girl at 18 years ago. And to Pfizer for being a shining example of corporate America stepping up and supporting our issues. Also, again, a special shout out to Edie, who has really made a huge victory in our community and a former board member of SAGE. People have been asking me how I feel about getting this award, and I've been saying it feels really strange because I've not done anything alone, and I've not done any more than so many of my friends have done. I'm lucky to have been surrounded by smart, creative, passionate people. And I will look back over the years, it's incredible to see what we've accomplished with teamwork and trust. We did start a revolution, and as a result, the world is different now than it was when SAGE began more than 30 years ago. It's been a long road. My mother was a community, we're on the mothers tonight. My mother was a community organizer, and as a kid, my parents took us to civil rights and anti-war demonstrations. In college, I was an eager young feminist who ran consciousness-raising groups and volunteered as a big sister. I graduated, I took a job in publishing, and I got very busy coming out. In 1977, I nervously took part in my first New York City Gay Pride March. And then when I got to law school a few years later, I joined and became president of the Women's Association, because really, where else would you go to meet lesbians in 1978? There were no gay groups. There was no Lambda Law. There were no anything. And then as a young lawyer, my partner, I lived in Hoboken. I joined Dykes of Hoboken. And then I started my practice and served on the founding board of New York City's Gay Bar Association. That led pretty quickly to leadership positions with Lambda, the Rappaport Foundation, the Center, and SAGE. Of course, nothing could have prepared us for the AIDS epidemic. And doing the work that needed to be done, I discovered why I was meant to be a lawyer. I co-chaired the board of Lambda. We won few battles, but the fight was on, and the community was waking up. I volunteered with GMHC to write wills, and in my practice, I took care of the legal needs of dying men and helped lesbians create their families. As board president of the Center, I partnered with Executive Director Richard Burns and an incredible team of board, staff, and volunteers to raise the money to build the Center's permanent home. I joined the board of SAGE in 2005, just as the challenges of my own aging parents were becoming critical. One of my first responsibilities was to chair the search committee, which ultimately led to hiring Michael. And I want to say that I am certain that that was my greatest contribution to SAGE. Under Michael's leadership, SAGE grew and took our rightful place in the community. I'm so proud to have had a small part in that transformation. Now, it's been said on many sign-up pride marches, an army of lovers cannot be defeated. And I say, neither can an army of friends. Together, we change laws, hearts, and minds. It has been a privilege and one that I cherish to have some of our movement's greatest leaders and thinkers among my dearest friends. I look out here tonight, and I know that many of you are here. All my lady friends, we've got Noemi and Catherine Franke and Catherine Acey and Suzanne Goldberg and Terry Bogus and Julie Goldscheid over here. Carol Buell and Erica Bell, both former SAGE officers, are somewhere over there. Of course, Roz Richter and Janet Weinberg are here. Dorothy Sander, and she and I served on the center board together, are here. And my dear friends, Richard Burns and Bill Hipsch, are at my table. And that's just to name a few. Of course, there's one who was very much missing tonight, and that's Paula Ettelbrick. So tonight, to be receiving the Paula Ettelbrick Service Award is very special to me. Paula was a tenacious fighter who redefined family and the world's perception of LGBT people. We met when Paula was hired as Lambda's first staff attorney, and for over 25 years, our friendship was one I counted on for great discussion about our lives, our loves, our commitment to changing the world. Last year, as Roz mentioned, I was one of a group of women who were called Paula's Ladies-in-Waiting. We supported Paula and her beloved partner, Marianne Haggerty, Suzanne Goldberg, and their children. Our group cared for Paula through chemo, surgery, remission, recurrence, and finally hospice. It was the LGBT community at its best, and this, I know, is the mission of SAGE, supporting each other throughout our lifetimes. I'm deeply grateful to SAGE for honoring us together. I've had 3 incredible movement husbands and 1 wife who inspired me through their tireless efforts. I have to shout their names out. Janet Weinberg, Bill Hipsher, Frank Stark, and Larry Channon. Thank you all for marrying me. The partnerships we develop as we serve on these boards are like none other, and I do call them marriages, and each time it has been an extraordinary experience with each of you, so I thank you. I also owe great gratitude to my law partner, Howard Foreman, who for more than 20 years has championed my spending so much time doing this work. Each time I left a board, I'd say to Howard, "Okay, I'm done," and he'd look at me and say, "No, you're not." Thanks also to all the volunteers and generous donors. Many of you are here tonight who I personally asked to open your checkbooks and your hearts over and over again, and you said yes. And I thank my partner, Jennifer Costley, an activist in her own right. Jennifer has never wavered in her love and support, especially during the losses and challenges of these last few years. I accept this award on behalf of our army of friends, those who are with us and those who are not. Thank you all for supporting SAGE tonight, and please, especially in memory of Paula, Tom Stoddard, Ken Dawson, Joyce Warshaw, and all those we have lost, let's never stop the revolution. Thank you.